Today, Senator Pat Toomey congratulated Biden on becoming president-elect while calling on President Trump to accept the outcome of the election and allow a smooth transition process to start. He issued his lengthy statement urging Trump to accept the election results after a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit by the Trump campaign where they alleged widespread ballot fraud in Pennsylvania. This made him the fifth Republican senator to come out and congratulate and recognize the legitimacy of Biden's win. Now, instead of focusing on him, because I'm really not that concerned with him, I want to talk about, and I debated doing this video, but it's more important now that time has passed. As far as I originally thought when this group first came out last week, that over the course of the week, we would start seeing some Republicans admit that Biden had won, and that's not seeming to be the case. I'm a person who believes in giving people credit, and a lot of Democrats on Twitter and all these different forms of social media are talking about how the Republicans are so cowardly and spineless because they don't want to recognize that Biden has won the election. They're all trying to run in 2024. There were four senators before today that were Republicans who came out and said Biden won the election and gave him these congratulatory statements. It was Romney, Murkowski, Collins, and Sass from Nebraska. And Sass is especially significant because he's the only one that's under the age of 60 out of that group of four who theoretically does have presidential ambitions, could run in 2024 or 28. And he's putting his political career on the line, as unfortunate as it is to say that, just to congratulate the person who won the presidential election. I never thought I'd be saying that, but that's how insane the U.S. and its leadership has gotten. Collins and Murkowski, again, are two Republicans I talk about very positively, especially Collins, because she has a lot of votes that are distinct from her party, and this will be another instance of her doing something that Democrats want most of, if not all of the Republicans to do. And while they demonize the ones that don't congratulate Biden for his win or don't recognize the legitimacy of it, when she recognizes the legitimacy of it, crickets, and they ignore it so they can go on social media and talk about how her and the other senators that have done this, don't exist, so they can attack them. Again, Romney's already been verbally lynched on social media because people were upset with him for being the only Republican to vote to impeach Trump. But I find it really funny that he's also someone who I've been hearing might run in 2024, which is insane to me. I mean, Jesus, get over it. But if he does have presidential ambitions at this late in the game, I still think it took some level of courage to say, hey, look, screw the rest of my party and the fact that they won't congratulate this man on winning. I'm going to put out a statement saying good job, or I look forward to working with you, or something to that effect. Now, Murkowski is going to be up for re-election in 2 years, and they're talking about about Palin primarying her. And I'll do for Murkowski what I did for Collins this year. I make different videos highlighting parts of her record that I like, defending her from certain ridiculous critiques that are made. And one of the things I will say when I'm talking about how she's not like the rest of these drone Republicans in the Senate that go along with whatever Trump says or does, is that she was one of the four Republican senators that in that first week after Biden won came out and congratulated him. And it's sad that such a regular thing that people have done for centuries at this point of recognizing when someone wins an election is now a special thing because most of the party is afraid of the 73 million people that voted for Trump and what they're going to do now. So they have to get behind this sham. And she was one of the ones who said, screw the sham. I'm not a coward. Congratulations on winning. So I think this should matter. People are using it to make it matter against the Republicans that have not congratulated Biden. But the four that did, Sass, Romney, Murkowski, and Collins, should get recognized for being bold enough to say something.